Hi and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Christine Mills. Today I want to show you another simple life skill, basic cooking skill, and that's how to fry an egg. And I'm going to show you how I like to have it, which is with a runny yolk, or we like to call that over easy. I have just a few simple ingredients out here. I have out, of course, one egg. It's going to be one fried egg. I have about a teaspoon of good quality Irish butter. A small bowl, because I like to crack my egg for a fried egg into a bowl so that I can easily pour it into the pan. I'm working with a non-stick skillet today, and of course I have my spatula or turner, a little bit of kosher salt, cracked black pepper, a little parsley for presentation, and I like to serve it on toast because I like that the toast soaks up and sops up that runny yolk from the middle. All right, so you want to have your pan good and hot when you get started, but you don't want it to be so searing hot that you're going to brown your butter and that you're going to brown the white of the albumin of the egg. We want to try to keep it as close as possible to white for the white yolk, for the white part of the egg, and just the yolk color. We don't want to get too much brown on it. That's going to be a far superior and professional quality egg. At home, if you do get some brown, you like yours a little overdone. Some family members in my family like the yolk cooked through hard. They like to see it a little cooked more, that's fine. But if I were cooking this for a guest in a restaurant, I'd want to keep it without the browning. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my teaspoon of butter. And you'll notice it's starting to melt right away, but you're not seeing smoke. It's not scorching. So I want to have butter melted in a hot pan, but I don't want it to be just really super hot. So medium to low heat. I'm gonna crack my eggs, as I always do, onto a saucer instead of right onto the counter to prevent myself from spreading any unnecessary bacteria. Crack the egg into this dish. I'm just using a souffle dish. You could use a little custard cup, whatever you have on a mug, whatever you have on hand. And I'm going to give it just a swirl. I'm going to add the egg to the pan, and I'm going to immediately kind of pull back on the pan. It's hard to see backwards, but because I don't want that white to spread out all over the place. So I give it just a second for the whites to begin to coagulate, and then I can release it back up. So this way it's not getting everywhere, and I don't want to spend too much time playing with it. I'm going to let the pan do what the pan does. The pan is going to cook it. Get my plate ready. So it will take on each side, depending on how long you want to cook your egg. Again, I like mine to have a very runny yolk to it. It may be anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half on each side, again, depending on how long you want to go. The more you cook it, the firmer it will get. At this point, I'm ready now to go ahead and turn it over. Some will do it with a flick of the wrist. I feel like I can probably do this today, so let me see. If you're uncomfortable, remember, if you don't want to decorate your floor and you don't want anybody to get burned or hurt, make a mess, the turner is always the best option for you. But I'm going to go ahead. You can see it's really slipping around. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a flip. And it's okay, I didn't get it all the way over. I'm going to give it another few seconds, and I'm simply going to then pour it onto my toast. Again, it's not a perfect egg. Don't be ashamed. Don't apologize for that. I simply just wanted to provide a good life skill for you. I'm going to turn my stove off at this point. I'm going to bring it over. Again, you can simply lift it out with your spatula, but I want to get some of that butter, some of those drippings from my pan onto the toast. And I'm not ashamed about my love of butter. In fact, I think it's one of the good qualities that I have. remember that I don't want to have butter at every single meal this way, but when I want to eat a good fried egg, I like to have a little bit of extra butter with it. And at this point, I'm going to season just a pinch of kosher salt, grind a little bit of black pepper on top, and you can use regular table grind if that's what you prefer, and then simply a little bit of parsley because presentation matters. Okay, at this point I'll show you, we've got it all set. I'm gonna grab a fork and a knife from the drawer because I really wanna give this a taste. Let me show you, as I cut into it, you can see how the yolk spills out, and it makes for a nice little sauce to have with my toast on fried egg. All right, I'm gonna cut a piece and give it a taste. Be sure to get plenty of that yolk, that runny yolk on there. That is delicious. And that taste of the salted Irish butter really comes through. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.